Hey guys, Scripted here with another video. So we're getting a first look at the Skeleton Crew images, and I guess they do have a release date now, finally. 2 weeks on from the dramatic Darth Plagueis revealing finale of Leslie Headland's High Republic set series, The Acolyte, which, by the way, I am shocked that they even... Why are they pushing things that nobody wants? Like, the High Republic book sales went from, I think it was like the physical copies, which should be indicative of the digital copies as well, right? Percentage-wise, plummeted to 10%. They're selling 10% of what they were selling compared to the first book they published. So why would you be investing in that? Like, clearly the audience is telling you, even the people reading those books are saying, okay, I'm not reading any more of these books. They're slowly dwindling away into nothing. Why are you doing this? Why, as a company, are you pushing ideas that suck? I don't understand why there's so much ego in some people that they're like, no, even though no one cares about it and no one wants it, I'm still going to just do it anyway. I do not understand that at all. But alas, so you're pushing High Republic crap that no one wants. Like, it's just so bizarre. And then the Acolyte had over 90% less views for its finale than Mando Season 2. So their audience is just plummeting, but they keep pushing it anyway. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so now we got Skeleton Crew. It sounds like it's supposed to be more like a kid-based show, which is fine. I'm fine with that. You know, that's what it's all about. As long as it's done well, I mean, who cares? It's all about it being family-friendly, which is hilarious because the Acolyte had so much stuff in it that was not family-friendly, and now we're going into a family show, I guess, is what they're saying. And it's just, they're all over the place. They're just so incompetent over at Lucasfilm right now. It's mind-boggling. And I really hope Jon Favreau just exits stage left and doesn't get involved and just walks away. I know money and stuff, but you've done a lot, John. You made a lot of money. You don't need to be attaching yourself to this nonsense any longer. You gave us the one good thing that Disney Star Wars gave us, which was the first 2 seasons of Mando. Just walk away. I don't know who forced you to do season 3 that way. I know you had issues with it. I know there was some fighting going on. Just walk away. And I know everybody likes Andor, but for me, Andor's not really Star Wars. It's just a good show with a skin of Star Wars in it. But whatever, we don't have to debate that. There's a lot of things in it I like, but it just doesn't feel like Star Wars to me. Anyways, Skeleton Crew, the next Disney Plus series heading our way, hailing from Spider-Man No Home, John Watts and his homecoming scribe Christopher Ford, which is that's okay. Like, these guys are pretty good, and so chances are pretty good they're going to make a decent show. Jude Law, whatever. I don't know what's people's obsession with Jude Law. Like, he's a pretty good actor, but why are people like, oh my gosh, Jude Law? They make such a big deal about him. Like, he's a pretty good actor, I guess. Like, whatever. Skeleton Crew is set to premiere on Disney Plus on the 3rd of December. Okay. And they shared some exciting first look images from the show. Okay, we're now in August, right? So you're 4 months away. You should have a trailer by now. Like, I'm shocked. Like I said in my previous video, my previous Acolyte video, like, why didn't they show, or my previous, Skeleton Crew video, why didn't they show at least something? I don't know. It's weird, but finally we're getting screenshots now. I mentioned this one. This race of alien is called a Ortolan, and I looked up, like, all the EU stuff and all the comic books and everything, and they never had hair, even when they were young, so this is kind of weird. I guess some people are saying, oh, it's to sell toys, so you can have a hair, like texture, because, like, babies and little kids like that on toys and stuff. That could be, I don't know if they're that smart. I just think they gave him hair, just give him hair, which doesn't really need it, but whatever. It's a nitpick, but they've never had hair, like, in anything with that species of alien in it. The other thing that's kind of weird is he has whites in his eyes, and if you go back to Max Rebo, and again, any other example of this alien species, their eyes are just pitch black. They don't have white in them. I guess they did that to show more emotion in the character, because you can see which direction his eyes are looking and stuff like that. But to me, that's just kind of lazy, because you go back to the things like the original trilogy and the amount of emotion you saw even in Darth Vader, and he's literally wearing a helmet and a mask, and there's ways you can do it. Even C-3PO at times, even R2-D2 at times with different sounds and stuff. Like, there's ways to do it without needing the whites of the eyes and using the eyes to reflect emotion. Like, if that's why they did that. If they didn't do it for that reason and they just did it because they're just don't know what this alien species is supposed to look like, then that's super dumb. I'm just trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. And again, it's not the biggest deal, but you do need to be consistent with your universe that you're in, and it just feels like Disney's constantly either just missing the boat or just changing things for the sake of changing them rather than just leaving them alone and working within the guidelines and the restrictions that the universe has already set out, right? That's my issue. Anyway, other than that, I mean, it looks fine. It's whatever. I'm assuming this girl must be blind or something like that. She's got the, what's his name on Star Trek? LeVar Burton's, thingamajigger to help her see, probably, I'm guessing. But we don't know yet. It could be something else. This is kind of funny to me. Like, it looks like they're pulling like a acolyte. We're scanning stuff, whatever, which is fine. These are kids. These are clearly like, we have to give them bikes. There's this thing with Disney Star Wars, and it's not the worst thing in the world per se, but it was like, remember in Book of Boba Fett when they gave the little biker gang, the teenage, I guess, or I don't even know how old they were supposed to be because their Vespas looked like they were for like 12-year-olds, but they looked like they were in their 20s maybe, so I'm not even really sure what that even was. But remember those Vespas, all different colors, how corny that looked? This looks way less corny than that, but it does look like they're going for like the equivalent of like a bicycle that a kid would have. But again, you're in a galaxy far, far away. You don't need to do that. Like, look, they even put streamers on it like kids do on Earth. They're just, you're not setting it apart. Like, you literally put streamers on them, guys. Like, that's what little kids do with their bikes in here. So why would you be doing that in a galaxy far, far away, right? Again, they're just, I think they're devoid of ideas. I don't totally dislike the idea of the kids having sort of miniature speeders, but it just feels like a bicycle from Earth, and so you aren't taken away to a galaxy far, far away. And Disney just keeps doing this for some reason, and I don't know why. And again, I don't totally hate it. It's just kind of, why? Like, do something different. Do something that's not exactly kind of like how we live on Earth, but just switched up a little bit, and it's a speeder instead of having wheels. Like, that's basically all they did. They took a wheel off a bike, basically, and just it's a speeder. Yay. Like, I don't know. I guess this is this droid who's kind of like supposed to be like an old grumpy guy. Again, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with this. And I have no problem with it being a kid show. Again, just do a better job of pulling us away. Then you got the bike again with the side seat. Whatever. I don't know. I don't even think it's the same one. No, it's not. This is more of a speeder. So this girl gets the upgraded speeder. When you're doing shots to promote your show, though, too, is this going to be another one of those plank of wood shows? Like, look at this girl here. Zero emotion, kind of giving a bit of a look, blank face, obviously, and then he's just looking at, like, again, blank faces. She's given a total blank face again. She's, again, just blank facing it. Like, there's no, like, promote your show. Like, show us some emotion in these shots, you know? Like, they're not horrible shots or anything. There's just no emotion. And this is like, is that what this is going to be again? Another plank of wood acting. The director's just getting them to just have these bland faces again the entire show. That's what it looks like to me as someone who is saying, hey, this could be a good show. I'm kind of interested. But no, your promotional material is garbage. Always sucky. Or is it just there's no emotion in the show and that's all you have to choose from is plank of wood shots? So you know what I mean? It's just weird. So Jude Law's a Jedi in it. Natwood, as well as the show's young leads. Skeleton crew are Ravi, blah, 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 blah. And whilst the plot for what's post-Return of the Jedi set, the Mandalorian adjacent show. Okay, so this is post-Return of the Jedi. As well as the details on the new kids on the Intergalactic Block's characters remain firmly under wraps for now. These new pictures definitely convey the Amblin tone Ford described when Empire spoke to the screenwriter at Star Wars Celebration last year. The girls, boys, aliens on speeder bikes vibes are strong with this one, and we would already lay down our lives for Neil, the blue trunk-nosed Ortolan in the pack. Yes, the same species as alien pop megastar Max Rebo, who somehow survived Jabba's barge blowing up. Like, just, yep. He survived just so we could throw him in the Book of Boba Fett and you go, oh, remember him? Because they just have no creativity and they couldn't think of a different alien playing the same instrument, right? The instruments exist. Why didn't you think of a new alien to play that instrument? Because you can't. You got no creativity. The other thing, too, is it reeks of, putting it post-Return of the Jedi set when The Mandalorian is set, it reeks of cameos now. Oh, well, now we can cameo Baby Yoda, or we can cameo The Mandalorian, or we can cameo Ahsoka, or we could cameo Luke, right? Like, they just keep doing things to make it super easy on themselves in their minds. But as the viewer, you're like, we know what you did. It's cheap. Putting Max Rebo in Book of Boba Fett, we know what you did. It's cheap. It's cheap crap. Because you're lazy, right? It's just, I feel like this, no one's doing a lot of work over there. There's just a lot of laziness. I hope I'm wrong. Because again, I think these guys are pretty talented that are making this. And I don't think they're going to make it super woke ideology. I just don't think they're going to do that. But again, this is Disney and they kind of force you to. They kind of make you do that. Because they think they're changing the world. I've done videos about that. They think they're going to change how society views itself by, and again, I've said millions of times, why would you do that? Just make your money. You're an entertainment place. You're not going to change the world. Just make your money. Why would you take on that task unless you're a narcissistic nutcase, quite frankly? Also glimpsed in these new Skeleton Crew shots is Nick Frost's droid SM-33, described as a rusty old cranky droid that sort of reluctantly helps the kids along the way. Interestingly, that same piece goes on to note that Hot Fuzz Star, Frost's new bot, is the first mate of a mysterious ship our kid heroes come aboard. We'll find out whose ship SM-33 is on, just what kind of a Jedi or not Jedi Jod Nanawood is. Jod Nanawood? Jod Nanawood? That's his name? Jod Nanawood? I think writing it down looked better than saying it out loud, and they should have said it out loud after they wrote it down, and then maybe made some adjustments on the John Nanawood. Anyway, whether or not our intrepid young adventurers make it home when Watson Ford's Cosmic Coming-of-Age series hits Disney Plus on the 3rd of December. In the meantime, where can we get ourselves a Neil? Plush, action figure, screen-accurate cosplay outfit. We'll take the lot. And yeah, that's what they're for. It's to sell plushies. They sold a lot of Grogu plushies. They're not selling any more Grogu plushies now. That ship has sailed. And now they're moving on to the next one. It's again, I'm not against that. It's just weird that they changed the look of them. I don't know what the point of that was. I don't know. Just blank faces. Do a better job with your marketing. Pick a scene where they actually show emotion. Or again, do they just not show emotion so you don't have any scenes to go off? Yeah, I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section. I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer, but at the same time, I'm not going to be like, oh, this looks awesome, because it doesn't. It just looks like meh. Their marketing sucks again. They don't know what they're doing over there. I don't get it. Who is responsible for this stuff? And again, I know Kathleen Kennedy hired a whole bunch of women to be executives at Lucasfilm because it's all about your body parts, but yet it's not about your body parts because they're just super confused about everything. But there are women that are very qualified that know how to market. So did they just pick a bunch of her friends that don't know what they're doing? Because this doesn't make anyone excited at all. None of these shots look exciting. There's nothing happening in any of them. This is the most exciting one, and look at their faces. Look at her face. That's supposed to be the most exciting one. It's all just nothing. Oh, they're walking around with walkie-talkies. Oh, they're looking at the droid because something happened to them. Oh, they're going through some tunnel somewhere. And we don't even know if anyone's chasing them because they didn't include that in the shot because it's boring. And oh, look, they're just sitting in the ship and talking and looking blankly everywhere. Again, I don't know who's the whole Lucasfilm is such a mess. Everything they do is wrong. Their marketing's wrong. Their writing's wrong. Their cheap cameos are wrong. The member berries are wrong. The stories don't make sense. Everything's a mess. I honestly, at this point, if it makes sense, it's a step up. If it just simply the story within its own self makes sense, it's a victory at this point. That's how sad things are. If the acting's a plank of wood, if it's boring, if it's drawn out like all these shows, if it only just makes sense, we have reached a new level at Disney Lucasfilm with Star Wars. Oh boy, it's just sad. It's just sad. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comment section what you think. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Always helps the channel. Feel free to check out anything else on my channel. Have yourselves a really good day.